Grey County.
Welcome to Grey County Life on Rogers TV. I'm one of your hosts, Rhonda Brown, and we have a special co-host, Miss Krista McKee from Wandering Grey Bruce, who is a favorite person of mine, and we have Mr. Charlie Brown. We thought maybe this would be a good time to let him come into the studio since he's been missing being on TV lately, since we're not at home anymore. And he loves to come in and see everybody. So he's hopefully going to behave. We'll see. I don't know. Charlie, lay down. We'll see how it goes. It may not be a great idea, but it's mine. So Miss Mary Jane is not here this week. We've got the lovely Krista. Krista, how are you today?
I'm very well. I'm happy to be here. Yeah. Hopefully Mary Jane is on the mend and she'll be in shortly.
She will be in shortly.
Yes.
Maybe we'll have to bring Charlie back so he can see Mary Jane too. That would be nice. If he's a good boy. We'll see. I don't know. It's looking a little sketchy right now. But we'll see. He's just going to settle in. But we have a fabulous show today. But we also have our community updates, because I have to make sure that I carry on in Mary Jane's very fine form.
Yes.
So I wrote down a bunch of stuff because we've got a lot of things going on. It's almost Christmas. You know, it's going to be here before we know it.
I know.
Yeah.
I've started a little bit of shopping, so I know.
You're way ahead of me, lady. Way ahead of me. Jeepers. Well, and we've got birthdays in November, so it's always, it's a busy, hectic time.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, and by the time this is on, Festival of Northern Lights and the Santa Claus Parade, the Kiwanis Santa Claus Parade will be done and put to bed already. Oh
I
my
know.
gosh.
But the lights will be on, so people can get out and about and experience the lights, because it's always nice to go for a walk.
It's one of my favorite times of the year.
Yeah.
It really is, yeah. Until about just after Christmas Day, and then it's like, okay, the snow can go.
And the lights can be shut off.
Yeah, shut off the lights, get rid of the snow, we're done. But I don't know if it's going to work this year. You never know.
You never know.
Yeah. Charles, come here, up here, lay down and be good. All right, we have a bunch of stuff. We've got there's fine art and food at the Artisans Holiday Show and Sale at the Bay Shore. So that is on December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th from 5 till 5. So it's at the Bay Shore. Friday night starts at 5, Sunday night ends at 5. Okay, so that's December, the first weekend of December.
Oh, okay.
So there's going to be piles of stuff there. On Sunday, November the 27th, it was the end of this week, holiday market at Heartwood Hall.
Oh, now that sounds interesting.
That'll probably be pretty spectacular. She's got some really funky, cool, eclectic group of things in there all the time. So I would imagine that the artisans will be pretty impressive. That is on Sunday, November the 27th, between 10 and 5. And then we've got the Fresh Roots Cafe. So the Fresh Roots Cafe is with the Canadian Mental Health Association. If we've talked about it before, they've got this little cafe that helps the community and their clients to get them into a work environment and get them used to serving and baking and cooking and all of that stuff. So
nice.
Fabulous food, really, really reasonable prices, which is nice. And it's right downtown, if you know where Corn Blooms used to be.
Yes.
Right around that area. So, and they do Christmas platters, they do a lot of different things. So
someone could phone up and order something from them.
Cookie trays and treat trays for the Georgian Bay Concert Choir Christmas kitchen party with Sultans of String. That's Saturday, November the 26th, and that's who's doing our treats.
I did not know that existed.
Yeah,
that's good to know.
And it's really they're reasonable, and it's great stuff. It's great food, which is really nice. So they are doing pop-ups, which is a big thing these days. Pop-up restaurants, pop-up sales booths and things like that. They're doing pop-up little restaurants. And on Friday, November the 25th, between 4:30 and 6 p.m., you can get butter chicken and rice and naan bread and all of this stuff and a few different things. I think there's a chickpea butter chickpea butter. I don't know how you would call it, because it's not butter chicken, butter chickpea. That's so a vegetarian version.
Right.
Yeah. So I can't wait to try it. They did one with pulled pork, which is one of my favorite things, and I missed it. I didn't put it on my calendar, so yeah.
That
it was come and
happens.
gone. Yeah. So I'm thinking though that the butter chicken is definitely, and it's very reasonable. So yeah. So that is on Friday, November the 25th, 4:30 till 6.
Very good.
So there are our community updates.
Yeah,
We've got Mr. Charlie here.
Yeah.
And we've got, I'm quite excited about one of the guests today. Well, all of the guests, we're always excited. But there's one in particular that I think is going to be pretty interesting.
I think so. Yes, I'm very curious to chat with her. I think she's got lots of miles under her feet.
She does.
She does.
Good one. So we are looking into cold weather.
I know. I've got my woolies out already. I think as I get older, I'm becoming more wimpier. And I really have my go-to wool socks all the time. So then when I have to get dressed up for kind of occasions like today, I have to pull out the old nylon dress socks, and it's not quite as warm as the woolies are.
It's not. And
No.
I have to say, I kind of feel the same because, you think you're young and tough and can take anything. And I look forward to the first snowfall. I love it. It's beautiful. It's a sign of the season. It's pretty. But boy, oh boy, I have felt very chilled to the bone.
I know, I
Yes,
know. And
yeah.
I've got my towels down on the floor right now. We call them the dog towels.
Yes.
The first snow is just a muddy mess. And you've got Charlie here, so you know what that's all about, too.
yes,
So,
not fun.
no, it's not fun when you have pets, but it is still welcomed. It's fresh.
Yes.
And it looks so nice and clean and tidy, and it's beautiful.
It
Yeah.
is nice, yeah.
Not that we're complaining a lot, but yeah.
A little bit. Yeah, I think we're allowed. I mean, it is a Canadian tradition, so we're going to, jump on the bandwagon for sure.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Well, we are going to be back after these messages with a fabulous show, so don't go anywhere. You're going to be very tickled pink with these interviews today, I think.
Yeah, sounds
I know
good.
Charlie will be.
Yes.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Hello, I'm Liz Dowdswell, Lieutenant Governor of Ontario. In 2008, carbon monoxide, a deadly invisible gas, killed an entire family in our province. That tragedy led to a new law requiring homes with potential CO sources to have alarms. John Gignac's family members passed away that day, and he shares his story to save others.
Please make sure you have working CO alarms in your home. Protect your family today.
Bipolar disorder.
Substance addiction.
Bulimia.
OCD. Want to swap?
1 in 2. A flip of a coin. That's the same chance we'll experience a mental illness by the time we're 40. $1 a day can help change those odds.
Don't forget to tune in to Grey County Life on Rogers TV next week.
We will probably give you an update on Charlie's ticket situation. And I think Jackie's coming.
Welcome back to Grey County Life. I'm one of your hosts, Rhonda Brown. We have the lovely Krista McKee and Mr. Charlie Brown, who's kind of behaving a little bit. We're working on it. Right now, though, we have Meghan Switzer, the marketing coordinator from Heritage Place Shopping Center.
Yeah.
And wow, it's like a staple of our community, that's for sure. It's been here since I was a young person.
Yes, we celebrated 35 years this past October.
Oh,
35 years, yep.
Wow, that dates myself.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Meghan, you
35
just told
years.
everybody that I am that much older.
I can't have been here that long. No.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Hey, Charlie, don't bug Meghan. So, what's happening at our local Heritage Place Mall?
So Heritage Place is changing. It has new owners, so it's no longer owned corporately. It's owned by a family. So it's family run, which changes the dynamic of every kind of asset of it, which is a good thing for the community. So we're very excited to get back up onto our feet and have big events and start planning exciting things to come, especially moving into the Christmas season.
Yes, and especially with things, well, opening up. A lot of families they want to get out and about and do their Christmas shopping, right? So,
yes, so yeah, it's nice to be able to have the option to walk into a store and touch something and feel it and know, yes, this is exactly what I need for this person on my Christmas list. And you can't do that when you shop online. So it is a perk of shopping in person.
That's right. And we're supporting local businesses.
Yes, which is all we can do. When the community supports local businesses, then everyone thrives. And that's what Owen Sound is needing and is all about, right?
Yeah. So what cool things do you have going on at the mall right now?
So upcoming Christmas means Santa is soon arriving. So December 1st, Santa finally is in his chair, ready to welcome children and listen to all of what they're asking for this Christmas. And to celebrate his arrival, we are throwing a big party. So December 3rd, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. will be a big celebration to really commemorate that Santa's here. And so from 10 o'clock until 11 o'clock will be some Santa magic and his magical arrival. So we welcome all families, children to come sit on Santa's set with us while we wait for him to arrive. And the Owen Sound Fire Department will be on site raising funds for the toy drive this year. So they're going to be running a barbecue that all the proceeds will go directly to the toy drive, which, as we know, is so important in Owen Sound. And we'd really like to support that fundraiser and help that charity really continue in Owen Sound because it is very needed. The library will be on site doing some crafts with kids, and we'll have a coloring contest going on as well. And then the first 75 people through Santa's set to sit on his lap, tell them what they want for Christmas, will get a really special gift from the North Pole.
Oh, so cool. So a great family-oriented event that you've got planned.
Absolutely, we would love to see all the families, and it's so exciting to have Santa, and he will be donned this year without a mask. We welcome any choices that people make. If they would like to continue to wear their mask, they would like to keep their distance, that is absolutely fine, but we are leaving the option where kids can sit right beside Santa and not have a mask. So that's new as well for the past 2 years.
Yeah, it would be, yes.
Yeah.
And that's always exciting times. I always enjoy just watching the horrification
Yes.
of children sitting beside Santa. Sorry, I know that's just because my kids were the ones that were just screaming and pushing away from Santa. Oh yes, terrified
But
of
those
that
are the
jolly
great
nice
pictures.
man.
Those are the memorable pictures that you bring up and say, "Oh, do you remember this?"
I know.
Yeah. So we're very excited to have Santa back, and we've got some fun things planned with Santa. So story time with Santa will be every Tuesday for the month of December, and pet night. So Mr. Charlie here can come and sit with Santa.
Oh, wow.
That will be Thursday evenings.
Okay.
Every Thursday evening in December.
And any kind of pet? I got to butt in.
We've seen
And
it all.
Is there really?
We have, from the fluffy and cuddly to the slimy and ones that, kind of creep you out a little.
Poor Santa.
welcomes them
Yeah,
all.
poor Santa.
Poor Santa.
Yeah,
I don't know how
and
well I'd handle that.
we are so fortunate this year to have this event sponsored by Global Pet Foods. So they're going to be on site and they will have some treats for the furry friends. And yeah, it's just a great community event. And these guys are just as much of family members as anybody else in the family. So why not for them to visit Santa
nice.
too?
Absolutely, that's a great idea. You know what? That's something that I've found since we've opened back up. That people are being permitted to take their dogs into places and shopping
some
these
places,
days.
yes.
Yeah. I think it's rather wonderful. I mean, I think you need to know your animal, whether or not they're okay. I mean, I think Charlie, while rambunctious, he's friendly, so that's a good thing. But I think it's inclusive. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. And you've got a really neat thing going on that I heard by the grapevine that you're doing a community type local entrepreneurs that don't have a storefront. Tell me a bit more about that.
Yeah, so we've kind of titled this the Community Pop-Up. So we launched this in July. We opened up one of our units, a pristinely white unit that is furnished, and we've opened it up to local small businesses who don't have a storefront to come and showcase their products. So they can come for a weekend at a time. And we will see 6 different businesses throughout the Christmas season. And it can be anything from vegan jewelry to vintage clothing to candles to artists. We have a really good array of businesses coming in to open up and show what they have to offer. Now, these are businesses that don't have a storefront, so these very well could be businesses that our community has never heard of, which was part of the initiative, was to give them a step up and a chance to show who they are and what they can offer the community. So we're very excited for that to start. We had one happen last weekend, and this weekend we are welcoming another. So this weekend is Magpie and Monarch. I mixed that up though.
That's okay. Monarch and Magpie.
It's Monarch and Magpie.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then into December, we're going to have businesses called Steph's Originals. We're going to have Pine and Joy Paper Co. and Closet from Hell. So those 3 will be in one, which is yeah.
Oh no, that is so cool.
It's going to be beautiful. I've seen all of their products, and together they will make a very well-rounded assortment for gifts and things for Christmas. And yeah, we have some really interesting businesses coming up.
Wow.
So it's worthwhile checking it out every weekend because you never know what you're going to see.
Yeah, and you can always visit our website and see which business will be in on which weekend. And we've put up links to their websites, their social medias, and given a little description as to what it is that they sell.
Are you guys on Facebook?
We are on Facebook, so that's a great way to keep up with what we're doing. When we launched the community pop-up shop, we did launch it on social media and our website, and we had an overwhelming response that was almost where we stopped in terms of advertising because we just couldn't keep up with the applications that came in.
Wow.
So that's always the best way to see what's going on at Heritage Place, enter contests, win fun gift cards or prizes. That's the best way to keep up with us.
Wow. And you've really reached out to the community, and that's, I guess, your new owners. My hat's off to them, being a family-owned business, that they're really getting more community involved, which is huge for the city of Owen Sound.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we are owned by the Sterling Group, who they are very focused on the community. So being a part of it, submersing ourselves as much as possible and supporting where we can support, because when the community thrives, Heritage Place thrives.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And I shouldn't just say the city of Owen Sound because it's actually Grey and Bruce County, because so many people come to Owen Sound for grocery shopping or doctor's appointments, hospital appointments. So the mall is kind of our doorstep to a lot of other vendors that we're not we don't know about, right? And I hadn't heard of any of the ones that you have mentioned. So I'm kind of limited on Facebook a little bit, so I need to like Heritage Place Shopping Center because I don't have them in my Facebook feed. So
and a lot of the businesses that are being showcased at the community pop-up are new businesses. So places like Blue Water Lavender Farm just opened up, which is beautiful. Like you can just imagine how beautiful a lavender farm would be. So they're brand new. So you've never heard of them up until probably now. And then Emily Bai, who's a local artist, will also be there, and her creations are absolutely gorgeous. She does beautiful pet photos.
She does.
Yes, she does great.
Oh, these are great
talented.
Christmas ideas.
Yeah.
Note to self. Yes.
I would love a portrait of Charles. Family.
Intent.
That's right. One of the things that I used to enjoy doing, and I've seen other people enjoying too, is just using the mall space as a walking space. You know, when you go, you have lunch, you can, but meet up with your friends and do some walking in the, not so nice weather. Is that, are there any groups doing that sort of thing anymore?
We open the doors to anyone who wants to use the space for walking every single day. So whether the weather is beautiful or it is kind of snowy like today, it really is a great accessible and climate controlled space to get your exercise. If you are concerned of falling, or maybe it's too hot or too cold, we still do see that. And we also have a community booth that not-for-profit organizations use to showcase their fundraisers, or scouts will come and showcase what they are doing for fundraising, or the Lions Club comes and sells their cakes, those kinds of things, and we offer those at absolutely no cost to those not-for-profits, and that's all year round. So they can just call us up and say, hey, we've got this going on, can we showcase it at Heritage Place, and we'll get the ball rolling.
Wow. That is nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. I know I've been through the mall a few times now looking for Christmas ideas because, oh my gosh, I always get stuck. And I'm going to hit the weekends now because I really want to see what you're showcasing with these new entrepreneurs. I think that's just a fabulous thing. I'm really stuck on that one. So
So in addition to those, we also have our seasonal stores that have just opened up. So we've got our Hickory Farms, which creates great products for games night, cheeses and meats and chocolates, and Calendar Club, which has your board games, some toys, and calendars too. So we will have an ornament one opening in the coming weeks. So and then another specialty gift one opening this week. So we are very excited. Christmas is the best time in retail. So it is the time.
It is definitely. So when you get your groceries, then have your little shopping list on the side and take a booth through Heritage Place, because we have to keep things local, and I know it's a tough thing to do, but you do need to check local first. And then branch out if there's that one thing that you're trying to find and you can't. But wow, lots of cool things going on.
Lots of exciting things. We're very excited for the Christmas season at Heritage Place.
And I like going to, I always call it the GT Boutique. Giant Tiger always has some really cool things as well.
They really do, actually. I love their boutique.
Well, thank you so much for coming. You have just been a wealth of information. Oh, I'm sorry. We still have 5 more minutes to talk to you.
Oh, that's all right.
I know. So, Leon's is a huge part of Heritage Place Mall as well now, and I have not had a chance to go in there. And I haven't been shopping for furniture, right? Because I have pets at my house and they're on the couch, so I figure not much sense looking for furniture quite yet.
No.
But they've done a huge overhaul there as well at Heritage Place, haven't they?
So they took over the old Sears area. So they have a massive space that they have made absolutely beautiful. They've added all of their products, but they've also made the space beautiful. It's designed very nicely, and they are one of our key anchor stores in addition to our Food Basics, our Giant Tiger, our Sport Check. But yes, Leon's has definitely nestled themselves into Heritage Place just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it must be a huge showroom because Sears was huge at one time. And I do have to admit, I still kind of miss Sears as another alternative store. But
Yes,
yeah, things
I do
move
too.
on.
Yeah, things change.
Things
change. We
Things
have to
do
embrace.
change.
They do.
Yes.
Yes.
But the hairdressing shop that's in there, I'm sorry I don't know the name of it, but it's always busy as well.
Yeah, so that's Cutmaster. It is very busy. The owner, Kim Bell, is constantly coming up with new and innovative ideas. She's actually just opened her second business in Heritage Place, which is a tanning and aesthetics location.
I remember hearing about that.
Yes,
That's
so you can
amazing.
come and get a base tan before your vacation, your winter vacations, or ear piercing, or aesthetics, waxing, those kinds of things. So they're kind of a one-stop shop for all of your exterior needs and upkeep.
I like that exterior. Exterior. I like that we are all in need of once in a while.
Yeah, so
But that is a good Christmas gift too, though.
It is. That's
It
a
is.
fabulous gift. You know, gift
Yeah.
certificates for that sort of thing. I love getting that too. Dad.
That would be a really cool thing.
Yeah. She's got bathing suits. She's got gift certificates for both Cutmaster as well as the tanning part, and all of the accessories that go with it. So whether it's hot tools or tanning creams, Kim's got you covered.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. We've got lots of great stores there.
I think, is there a central place people can look for job opportunities at Heritage Place as well?
Yeah, so we kind of collect the jobs that are being hired for in the shopping center, and you can find all of those on our website. So if you went to heritageplace.ca/careers, it would list every retailer that is hiring and what position they're hiring for.
That's good to know. So then resumes would go directly to
The individual.
It would go
Business?
directly to the merchants.
It does,
So we
okay.
are not involved in that. We're just advertising for them.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot of benefit to being in the Heritage Place shopping center.
Yes, absolutely there is. We're very excited for what's to come, and helping the community learn that it is actually very fun to shop in person again, and to touch and feel and hold and smell and all those things that you can't necessarily do if you were to shop online.
It is a lot nicer.
Yeah.
Very nice. And I know my mom walks at Heritage Place Mall in the mornings because, a lot of people are nervous of slip and falls, right? Especially in the winter time. So,
Yeah.
So my mom's a frequent walker.
Oh, I probably know her.
Yeah.
Megan, thank you so much for coming in today and letting us know everything that's happening at Heritage Place. And I think we'll have to make a trip, Charles, on a Thursday to go see Santa. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure there's a lot of kids are going to really, really enjoy that this year.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much. We will be back after these messages on Grey County Life. And Sam Tracy.
Heartbeat of Mother Earth, I feel you and embrace your warmth. I see you dancing through the trees. Your song floats on the summer breeze. Community, we come together. We are the voice of our ancestors. Thankful for how much you bless us. Feel the thunder in the drum. All our voices sing as one. Feel the power, feel the pride. Feel the drumbeat deep inside. Feel the boom, feel the bass. Let's let go of time and space. It'll make you dance, it'll make you sing. Ode Wegun, Wedok Wishin. The drum will lead you, take you far. Always remember who you are.
Piper Post here with me for Knights. Tune in on Fridays at 5 to watch Knights hockey. Alessandro Supino here with Knights hockey. Tune in to Rogers TV, 5 o'clock on Friday for the game.
Are you the type who would keep going or stop? It's not easy to stop when you have an addiction. Legalizing cannabis won't stop addiction. It trivializes its consumption. Let's be vigilant. If you need help, visit portage.ca.
County Life. I'm one of your hosts, Rhonda Brown. We have Charles in the house today, and Miss Krista. Lovely for her to join us because she is a really great co-host. Mary Jane is not here, but that's okay. We have a really special guest, and I have to say, this is something that she's living my dream life, because anybody that knows me knows that I really enjoy driving. We have a race car driver.
I know. That's why we were kind of joking at the beginning, saying that our guest had miles under her feet. So, Laila, welcome to the show. My goodness, it's I've never talked to a race car driver before, so you're going to have to educate us.
How in the world did you get into race car driving at such a wonderful young age?
Well, we were just going to the track on Saturday night at Sauble, and we were watching it from the stands, and I seen these little cars go out on the track, and my mom was like, oh, those must be really small adults in those cars. And I was like, oh, okay, well, can I go see them? So we went down to the pits after, and then I realized that they were kids. So my dad's like, oh, that looks really fun, and he was really calm with it. And then we came with the car the next week.
The very next week?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, you were a lucky girl.
So did you have, something must have led up to this. You must have enjoyed driving, or how did you actually get started driving? Yeah, because do you even have a driver's license?
No.
No, okay. So how did it get started? At what age did you start?
I started when I was 8, but I've had a dirt bike since I was 3. So
3.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's pretty adventurous, and your mom has been able to, and I'm speaking from from a mom's point of view here, your mom has been able to cope with all of this, right?
Yes and no. It has its up and downs, I guess.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I would be very white-knuckled even when you were 3 years old and on a little mini bike. I would be very nervous, but I know there's tons of safety things in place. But for you to start on a track, that's kind of the next step. So how did your first episode go in the mini cars?
I definitely wasn't going like as fast as everyone else, obviously, but there were other rookies out there, so we just kind of talked with it, and then I met another driver, and he would just help me through and tell me where to run, so I had a lot of help when it came to that.
Wow. So what age group, you have to educate me because I know nothing, so what age group is the mini car thing that you started with?
The junior late models are now, their age is like 5 to 16.
5 to 16.
5-year-olds are racing with 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's quite an age stretch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is in little cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of speeds do you attain?
Well, the top speeds are like 100 kilometers an hour.
Oh, good Lord. I just can't even imagine. Yeah. But how cool is that? That is amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, like, where do you go with this? Are you know?
Well, if I if you advance on with it and go all around in America and everything, you have a chance of maybe NASCAR or something.
Yep.
Wow.
Is that the dream, or is this just
I think that's every race car driver's dream. But
wow, that's amazing. So are you still in with the juniors? And I'm assuming so you've moved up.
Yes.
And who are you driving with now?
A whole bunch of adults, all men, and I think 2 women, maybe.
Oh my word.
Wow.
Wow, good for you. That's a huge accomplishment. So where do you race?
This year I'll be racing in Sauble. Last year we traveled all of Ontario.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Now, I know a little bit that you can't just travel all around Ontario. You've had to go out and get sponsors to do something like this?
Yeah, so either we would just contact them, or I usually walk into the building and I say, like, are you interested in sponsoring me for this upcoming season? Yeah. And then what all the,
the technical stuff behind the scenes, who's looking after that for you? Do you have like a manager?
My mom usually manages that, and me and my dad usually work on the car to get it ready.
Wow. So your dad must be a mechanic? Or mechanically inclined, maybe is a better way to put it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. So do you have, did you want to do a shout out to your sponsors that you've got?
Yeah. So I'd like to thank my Uncle Mark from National Power Sports Financing, Todd and Associates, IG Wealth Management, Rebecca Matches from CMR Insurance, CTRE Productions, Hillis Racing, Throttle Out Productions, and this year I'm moving into a bigger class. So it'd be very nice to have some new sponsors on my car.
Yeah.
So we're always looking for new sponsors for the next seasons.
Okay. And you mentioned CTRE Productions, and they're here in Owen Sound in the old Montreal Bank location. Yeah, and they do some amazing work, and I understand they did a documentary with you.
Yes.
Wow.
That's pretty amazing. I'm so impressed.
Yeah.
Now this documentary is called
Paving the Way,
and that kind of is symbolic to you.
Yeah.
Because you are paving the way for women in race car driving.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I think we've got maybe a little clip here. Yes, we do. So where did this take place?
That took place at Sauble Speedway.
And this would be your car?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
You can pop the top off of it, the body.
Yeah.
So this is Laila getting suited up. I love all the safety gear that you've got. Oh.
Safe and secure.
Oh my goodness.
And then we have one of the other drivers, Joe Adams, helping my dad in that.
Oh, Joe. Lovely human being.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I had no idea that you put your steering wheel on and then the car body afterwards as you...
Normally I don't. That was just because we were putting gas and changing stuff in the car.
Wow. I would almost think that a smaller framed female body, because you're lighter and smaller, is a benefit.
Yeah.
Behind the wheel.
So this is when you're racing in the junior?
That we were lining up there.
So when does the race
That's when we were going green.
Mm-hmm. When does the race season open next summer?
I think July maybe.
Yeah.
Depending on where I go.
So you won't necessarily be at Sauble next year?
I most likely will be there every weekend that the minis are there, yes.
Okay. Well, I think we're going to need to make a trip out to Sauble Beach.
I'm thinking we need to have a night out. Wow. Now, what speed do you get to on this track?
That one, like, I'd say 90 kilometers an hour.
Oh my gosh.
How exciting. So how much longer do you have before you get your regular driver's license?
2 years.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Well, boy, that's going to be a walk in the park for you, isn't it?
You'll have to make sure you keep your speed at the proper highway rate, right? Because you're used to doing more excessive speeds.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's in the summer, so it doesn't interfere with school.
No.
The school year at all, which is very nice. I would think, do drivers go to where it's warm for driving? You know, I guess that's
in the wintertime.
Yeah.
I don't normally. I have an iRacing simulator I sometimes use.
Yeah.
So that helps a lot, but I don't go to the warm in the wintertime because I have other sports like hockey and rugby and other things.
Wow.
You're a busy lady.
Yes, very.
Very busy, very busy. Now, what type of winnings have have you been able to, not that it's all about winning, but I know race car driving, it is kind of beneficial if you do win a few
Like
things.
the awards I've won?
Yeah.
So last year I won the Melissa Bullen Most Improved Driver Award for all of Ontario. And it was a memory of someone who had passed away, Melissa Bullen. And through that, we've had a very good connection with their families. And we actually happened to buy their car this year. So I'll be racing that car at Sauble.
Wow. Wow. That will be kind of a heartfelt moment, definitely.
Yeah.
My
It is.
goodness.
It's a dangerous sport, correct?
Yes, very.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I have to ask, have you flipped a car?
Oh, I've flipped my car. I've hit the walls. I've bounced up and down. I've
my goodness.
Concussions.
You've had concussions.
Yeah.
Wow.
This year I got one in practice from a rookie. We don't talk about that, but you know, that's okay. That's okay.
Comes with the territory, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
I flipped my car on, I think, the second year I raced, all by myself in practice.
Oh.
Hi, Charlie.
Yeah, I know. Charlie's our mascot.
Yeah.
This is our dog, Charlie.
So you've also been featured in a few magazines as well, which
yes.
is pretty impressive. Yes, yes. The Friends of Saugeen Shores was one of them?
Yes, that's one of them.
And Connecting the Sound.
Yeah, that's the other one.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Which is great, getting the word out on what you're doing, because it puts a lot of eyes on you and being a female in the racing industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's a very good thing that I am like a woman driver racing against all the boys, because I've actually had a few girls come up to me and they've wrote me little letters like, you're like my favorite driver, like we look up to you. And they actually won a second place at a track this year.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was pretty good. So I gave them a mention and everything, and it was really funny what they said back.
Yeah, no doubt. Because you are, like racing is a family sport, and it's nice to see that you are there racing, because it brings a variety to what the family is watching as well. So how many times would you race at Sauble Speedway? Like, do you just do one, do they call it a heat, or do they call
There's usually 2 heats a night and 1 feature. And the feature is where you get out of the car at the end, and if you win, then get like a little surfboard. Yeah.
Oh, how cool. How cool. Now, I've got another silly question to ask. I'm always curious, when they start going around the track, how do they pick the people that get to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
It all depends on either your placements or your lap times.
Oh.
So the faster cars usually start in the front.
So there's a benefit to be in the fastest.
Yeah, or you'll do a pill draw, and whatever number you pull, if you pull 1, then you're first for the first race in the heats, and then for the second heat, you'll be starting at the back.
Okay.
Oh,
so I always try to get like a in-between number.
Yeah.
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 Would be, yeah. So there's a lot of strategic planning, probably, to driving. Like, I know when I've sat and watched a race with my husband, in the comfort of my own home. But some go high, some go low on corners. Like, you have to strategize, kind of.
Oh yeah.
How you're going to.
Well, in the junior cars, you have no suspension, right? So you kind of have to find. There's only one like smooth line around the track, and every car will run it. So you have to like risk either losing speed or gaining on them when you go high or low.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, but with the bigger cars, you usually run the bottom in the corners at Sauble, I've seen.
So the bottom seems to be kind of more of your advantage point.
It shortens the track.
Well, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of I always wondered why you'd go higher, because you would lose those milliseconds.
It's less turning though, which
is a risk.
Yeah.
But it's also sort of an advantage because you're not turning the wheel as much to scruff off as much speed.
Right. And then from a technical point, I have to ask, from my dad was a mechanic and my husband's a mechanic. Can you tell us what kind of a car it is that you have under the hood? Like, is it a GM or a Ford or?
I have a Chevy.
You have a Chevy.
Yeah.
Okay. which is near and dear to a lot of hearts.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yes.
I have a Ford Mustang now.
Nice. Very nice. So then your motor is, you've probably, your cylinders have been honed out and they're a little more bigger, better, stronger.
A 4-cylinder in the new car.
A 4-cylinder. So what type of CC then are you? It's just more.
It's just,
it's there.
They've got like 180 horsepower, I think. I had 9 last year in the juniors to now 180.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huge difference. Big learning curve.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And a Ford Mustang. So the whole body lifts off that one? The same? Oh, so now you're climbing into something that's completely stationary.
You can take it apart, but it's a lot more work.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
So do you have a pit crew?
Mainly just my dad.
Yeah.
Oh, dads are so great.
Oh yes, he's amazing. He's always there to help. And I'd like to thank my mom too. She's also very good with the managing and helping me when I just go in the car and like calming me down and everything.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Do you have siblings?
No.
No. Okay.
Just me.
Just you. You're the girl on the road.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So your parents are very busy, and you're a very lucky girl to have great parents supporting you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taking you all over the place and helping with sponsors.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be a huge thing. So if there is someone that would be interested in adding to your sponsorship list, how's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Probably through Facebook, because my mom does manage that.
Okay.
So it would go to her messenger. So you could just text her on that, probably say, hey, who you are, and she'd respond, and then we'd go from there.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to start going to Sauble.
Yeah.
I think that's a spot we've got to go.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I'd love to see you race. It's very exciting. Very exciting. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear people cheering you on?
If they're like really loud, yes, but normally no.
Well, Rhonda and I will be really loud when we go.
We can do that.
We can do that. We don't care.
No.
No. No.
Do you have a name that you would say would be an inspiration for you as a driver?
Chase Elliott.
Chase Elliott. Okay. I'm going to have to check that out.
I know. I got to Google it. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, Laila, thank you so much. We are excited to watch your career. We think you're going to go very fast for a long time.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
We'll
been
have to
great
have you
meeting you.
back maybe.
I
That would
think
be
so.
fantastic.
With a lineup of trophies, ribbons, champagne bottles, boards.
Anything.
Anything.
Yes.
Bring it
Sounds
on.
good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, and we'll be watching your career. We will be back after these messages with more Grey County Life.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
October 5th, 2014, my daughter was hit by a train. She was walking along the sides of the tracks, and it shattered her world.
When it comes to drugs, how much freedom is too much for kids?
Drugs are out there. Will my teen feel free to say no around other kids?
I didn't live drug-free when I was younger. Can I admit that to my kids?
Drugs worry me, but how can I feel free to talk about it with my kids?
Questions about drugs and kids? Drug Free Kids Canada.
Hi, TAC fans. It's Adrian Musso alongside Zach Scrimner, your host for Attack Wrap. Sadly, there will be no Attack Wrap next week as there's a conflict with the Attack schedule. But join us in 2 weeks when we'll have Antonio Terracini and Julian Fantino.
We'll get an opportunity to talk alongside Antonio about the start to his OHL career. We'll be able to catch up with Julian Fantino. We'll have highlights from recent Owen Sun Attack games. And you'll have an opportunity to win a pair of tickets to a future home game here on Attack Wrap on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Grey County Life on Rogers TV. So this week we have, kind of flying by the seat of my pants because Miss Mary Jane is not here. And of course I was supposed to arrange somebody to come for the last 8 minutes and goofed that up, and they're going to be here next week. So
That's okay. That's okay.
We're sitting here chatting and talking about what are we going to chit chat about for the last 8 minutes. And we start talking about our pets and ticks and how, Krista's got a lot more knowledge and experience with this sort of thing than I do.
Well,
and
yes, and only because my daughter had stopped in on Sunday, and our crazy dog Penny, who is a border collie and is just off the wall with energy, and Stacy's petting Penny, and she says, "Mom, Penny, I think, has a tick," and it's like, not on my dime, not in my house, it doesn't happen to me, right?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Penny had a tick, and of course, the first thing that you think of is, oh my gee, because the dog's in the house with you, and you become itchy, right? It's like when someone says fleas or anything like that.
Yeah,
it's just that horrible. So. And the worst part is when Glenn and I are away, Penny sleeps in our bed. Oof.
Wait a minute.
I know.
You managed to keep her out of your bed when you're there?
Because
Charlie is like a fixture.
In your bed?
Yes, I have to get him to move over.
Okay, well, yeah, so it is gross. It gives you the creepy crawlies, and it's just a natural human instinct to have the creepy crawlies. So the first thing is strip the bed at our house. You want to wash everything, etc. But our first concern was the dog, because we're huge dog lovers. We're huge animal lovers. So we headed to Pet Value. And the very first thing you have to remember is never yank a tick off of a dog using tweezers, right? Because whatever's in their mouth, they're going to regurgitate it back into the pet or the human. Right? You have to remember this is the same tick that can be on a human.
Yep.
If you're wearing shorts when you're hiking, yada, yada, yada.
Yep.
Yeah. So we headed to Pet Value, and we got this cute little, and it just kind of looks like a hook with a little slit kind of in the center of it. For $9.99, you pick up this little green hook, and you slide it along the dog's skin, and you put the little hook in between the tick. Yep. And you just slowly start to pull and turn so that you're going to take the teeth and the head out. I know. I'm sorry. So that you take all of the tick. I won't get into the details.
No, it's for the best. It is for the best.
But you do. You need to remove all of the tick out of the dog's skin. So we removed the one from Penny's head, because that's the first thing. Dogs are constantly sniffing through long grass and etc. when you're walking them, or in our case, on our farm.
Yep.
And Penny's just everywhere because she's a border collie and she's insane about hurting everything. And we found this nice big, full of body fluid tick right on her eye.
Oh my God.
And I did send a picture of that, so Mark can pull that up. And so there's the tick on the screen. And you can see its cute little legs. So we were able to pull the entire tick off of Penny's near her eye with this cute little $10 tool that we got from Pet Value.
Okay.
And then, of course, the phobia. I'm wearing gloves. I've got, and then this was the second tick we found on Penny.
Oh.
So once we started looking, right?
Yeah.
So this is just a mid-size, I apologize, I don't know the right name for it, but it's a freshly hatched tick, and that's my baby fingernail beside it that,
Wow.
so that you can kind of compare the size of it. So when I pulled this tick out, I was completely set up. I had my little lab on the kitchen floor.
Yep.
I had a little jar of alcohol.
Yep.
Because once you get this little thing out, you have a phobia of you don't know what it's going to do, right? You don't want it to jump back on. You don't
Go
want it.
somewhere else.
Yeah. So I used my gloves and just kind of took it off the tool and put it into alcohol.
Okay.
Killed.
Kills it right away.
Right
Okay.
away. Yes.
What is, I mean, there's bugs everywhere. There's little things that bite us. Why is it so awful for dogs to have a tick?
Well, they're blood-sucking things, and they're not good for humans because they then run the risk of Lyme disease. And that's why it's so important that you don't want to pull a tick with tweezers. Take the time, go into Owen Sound, get the right tool to remove the tick, right?
Yeah.
Because you want to remove the whole thing. You don't want to squeeze it. You don't want it to regurgitate into the bloodstream. Especially with humans.
The illness.
That's what causes Lyme disease, yeah.
Okay.
So Charlie is a good one. Come here, Charlie.
Go.
Come. Good boy. So you always check around the head, right?
Yeah.
And then you are such a good boy. Yes, you are.
Oh.
But it's really hard.
Sorry.
I know. You're so excited.
Yeah. Feet on the floor, please.
Dark skin. You sit down. Dark skin is really, I found really hard with Penny because she's white and black fur. She has white and black skin.
Yes.
So it was hard to find. But even just petting and just running your fingers down and looking for a lump. And your Charlie has a lump. Not to turn you green, but I would, especially if Charlie likes to roll on grass and stuff like that.
Of course, he's a dog, right?
He has a tick. I know, you're all excited. I would check that lump that he's got on his back end, and it's worth having someone help you and get the tool, because I would say he has either a little mole there or he has a tick.
He has a tick. Good Lord.
I know. So as clean
I'm
as Charlie is, not to gross you out, but if Charlie sleeps with you or if he hangs out, he has a tick.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I think it is divine intervention that you are here today and that I decided to bring Charlie in because I completely missed. Yeah, oh my goodness.
But you wouldn't, your dog could be as clean as a whistle and bathed all the time, but that thing, it takes its teeth and starts...
How long do they stay on there?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not a really good... I YouTubed everything. When we found
I'm heading home to YouTube. We YouTubed everything and we went ASAP. So the big thing for prevention is the Advantage program when you buy those little tubes of stuff. Yep.
That's what we ended up, we bought that. So either your vet or PetSmart. So it's well worth the money because it creeps you out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I know what Charlie and I are doing this afternoon, but after that we'll be hitting all the Christmas bazaars and artisan shops and things like that and shopping local at our local Heritage Place Mall.
I know.
Shopping center. So we will see you next week on Grey County Life. Have a great week.
Take care, Mary Jane.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
can be hurt. We can be bruised. We can be broken. Slowed down, confused, and even numbed. But we can't be defeated. We're built on a foundation that's strong. Our mission, unwavering. And together we'll beat as one.
From coast to coast, all across Canada, there's something very special going on. It's time to show your support. Time to spread the word.